Good morning, students, and welcome to the e-learning classes organized by Ashadam School for 11th Standard Commerce. The corona pandemic is taking a heavy toll of lives, and we will be entering the stage of community transmission. The greatest risk of spreading the virus is among the students who are the future citizens of the country. Therefore, considering the risk element of transmitting the disease and at the same time having a deep concern for future of students, our school has organized online method of learning. We shall have face-to-face introduction and interactive session once the regular schools commences. But until then, pay attention to the online method of teaching imparted by our school. Good luck, children. Welcome all the newcomers who are from other schools. You all have taken up commerce stream for your 11th standard and you will learn all the subjects which will be new for you. I am Mrs. Jayashree Moses and I will be teaching two main subjects, economics and organization of commerce in your 11th standard. Today we shall learn the first chapter of OC, that is Organization of Commerce of your 11th standard. The name of the chapter is Nature, Purpose and Scope of Business. Before we start with the first chapter, I have a few instructions for you. You have to buy 4 200 pages notebooks for economics and OC and 200 pages notebooks for OC and economics. Apart from this, you have to buy textbooks of OC and economics. In the 200 pages notebooks, you have to maintain two separate notebooks, one for OC classwork, one for economics classwork, then one for extra notes in OC and economics. In the 200 pages notebooks, we shall have assignments, revision session, etc. I strongly insist that all the notebooks and textbooks should be neatly covered, well maintained, notes written in good and neat handwriting, and always be ready for evaluation or correction as soon as one chapter is over. Pay attention to the online classes. Well, that was a brief introduction. Having said all that, let me now introduce you to the first chapter in Organization of Commerce, also called Business Studies. Let us now see the first chapter, which is Nature, Purpose and Scope of Business. Your parents may go for jobs in an office, factory, bank, etc. In some cases, only your father might work and your mother might be a homemaker, while in others, both mother and father will be working. Your parents may be also having small grocery shop. Apart from this, some of them might be professionals such as lawyers, doctors, some might be doing business, etc. In short, all of them might be doing either business, job or profession and would be engaged in one or the other economic activities. So based on these examples, let us define the activities which human beings undertake for their livelihood. There are two types of activities. One is economic activity and the other is non-economic activity. Economic activities keep trade and commerce alive all over the world. Let us now see economic activity in detail. Any activity which is carried out with the objective of economic benefit, earning income or monetary consideration is called an economic activity. Man performs economic activity for his livelihood. Example, your father working in an office, a teacher teaching in school, a doctor treating a patient in a hospital, etc. These are some of the examples of economic activities. Economic activities are at the center of the modern world. Now let us see the meaning of non-economic activity. Any activity which is performed without the objective of monetary consideration or economic gain is non-economic activity. It is done for love, respect, honor, etc. Mother cooking at home is a non economic activity, while a chef cooking in a hotel is an economic activity. A doctor or a nurse treating his or her own child is a non economic activity, while a doctor or a nurse treating a patient in the hospital is economic activity. Working of volunteers propagating the unity of community, volunteers working in relief camps where the people are affected by natural calamities like earthquakes, tsunami, etc., are all non economic activities. The non economic activities are done as a result of service to country, service to society, and feeling of all these brings change in the life of a person. Now let us see the difference between economic and non-economic activity. The difference is given in the form of a table in your textbook. Kindly go through. The first point of difference is objective. Objective means the motive. The motive of economic activity is to get economic benefit, whereas the motive of non-economic activity is social service, human service, or service to country. The second point of difference is expectation. When we do economic activity, we expect either profit or salary or fees and maximization of wealth. Whereas in non-economic activity, expectation is service to country or social service. Types. Economic activity are of three types: business, profession and employment. Non-economic activity has no types. Economic activity involves risks and uncertainty. There is no risk and uncertainty in non-economic activity. As I already told, there are three main types of economic activities. They are business, profession and employment. Let us understand what is profession. A A person with specialized skill, knowledge, training, and professional education renders services and in return receives fees is called as profession. A professional has to obtain the membership of the respective professional association. He has to obey the established code of conduct of the association. Example: Chartered accountant has to have professional qualification of CA and has to become a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Similarly, a lawyer has to get the qualification from the Bar Council of India. Professional skill can be used for employment. When a doctor accepts service in a hospital in return for salary, it is called employment. The following are the characteristics of profession. The first and foremost is the profession requires specialized knowledge. Apart from acquiring specialized knowledge and skills, professionals also require minimum qualification and training to work as professionals. LLB degree for lawyers, MBBS, MD, MS for doctors, MBA for management professionals, B.Ed for teachers, etc. The second characteristic of profession is he charges fees for providing services. The third characteristic is the primary objective of professional is to render service. The fourth characteristic is profession is an independent activity for earning. The professional activity has no relation with production, and the professional person has to obey the code of conduct laid down by the professional association. Monetary return remains uncertain in profession. It means he may get more fees, he may get less fees according to his qualification, experience and training. Now let us see the second type of business activity or economic activity, which is employment. Employment means job. Employment is an economic activity performed in return for fixed salary as per the contract. Example, a teacher teaching in a school or a government employee. Characteristics of employee are fixed salary is paid at fixed intervals in return of physical or mental work. Certain other benefits are also available in addition to salary. Example, medical allowance, pension, etc. Qualification, working hours, retirement benefits after retirement of the employee are predetermined. Employment is a dependent activity. Both employer and employee have to follow the rules of contract. No capital investment is to be made by the employer. In the types of economic activity, we have discussed and completed two types, profession and employment. Kindly go through these from your textbook, page number 5, along with the characteristics. We shall do business in the next class. Since it is a lengthy topic, we will explain it in detail in the next class.